Rob, Lee, it's Monday.
Yeah.
We just got done doing spring planning to work out what we're doing this week. So, Rob, what are you doing this week?
Yeah, so for me, it'll be mainly working on WooLoop again. So I'm going to be trying to make the game basically as polished as I can. We're going to try out a new couple of mechanics as well with the game as well. We're going to try putting pins in and stuff like that, so it should be interesting. Other than that, hopefully a bit of painting for the new office. So pretty straightforward for me. Lee?
Yeah, so for me, Colour Pixels, it's the anniversary week this week, so we've got the sale going live there today, but that should be all scheduled. But it's not bad as that, the competition that we do every year, that's going live tomorrow. There's a little bit of admin to do for that, just putting it live, all the posts are ready. And the actual bonus book / year one update goes out on Wednesday, so getting the achievements ready for that as well. The image has been tested last week, as you saw, just in case of getting the final touches done, so we'll get that out. Other than that though, helping Rob a bit of painting. We're still going to do that last week, but it was just way too hot last week to even bother, so we're going to do it this week.
Yeah, it was.
So a bit cooler weather this week, we're going to give that a try. And then, yeah, just picking up a bit of both the Flags 2 DLC and making a start on the hexceed DLC, because I'm off next week, I want to get the store sent off before I go away. So should be right.
Just one or two things then.
One or two things.
And yeah, for me, it's more 3D for me this week. I'm going to be tackling the main asset, which is the Skyland, because we need to see how everything's going to look in it when it's actually fully built. So I'm working on a few more assets this morning, and then I'm doing the Skyland. So that's going to take me, hopefully not too long, but it's going to be a lot of back and forth between me and you, Rob, to get it looking just right. So
it's a big job.
that's the big job for the day. But after that, it'll just be more 3D assets for me. So pretty straightforward. I haven't got the hard labour of doing painting. I'm the lucky one in this scenario. Hey everyone, it is 5:06 now. It's getting towards the end of the day, and I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on what I've been working on. Today has been pretty much working on a few assets and primarily working on the Sky Island. This one's taken me quite a while because we're trying to work out the scales to be quite specific. It's taken a long time as well because of the layout. It's hard to manipulate the geometry. So every time the layout needs changing, it takes quite a bit of work to do so. But I've found a way now of making it a bit easier to manipulate by adding these plates on top of the island. It gives me a lot more control now of how to manipulate the geometry, and it's making it a lot easier to change the layout to specify the game's needs really. The rest of the day has been working on updating game assets such as the dead weeds. This is the tall grass version, and I've updated all the rocks too to better match the other rocks I did later down the line. Not that one, not sure that one's there. Go away. But yeah. It's been quite a busy day for me, but I'm about to head home now and I'm going to continue this tomorrow. I'm going to be adding a few more details to it and try and get it look a bit more sharp and pristine. Hey everyone, it is 9:30 on the Tuesday morning. I just got in, and yesterday I think I updated you guys that I was working on the Sky Island asset for Athena. Yesterday was really tough getting this looking right. It took a long time because there was some change that needed to be made to the layout. I didn't really get the layout as accurate as I could have, but that was because of the limitations of the low poly. And when Rob came around, he was telling us the ideas that Lee and him came up with, which was that they needed the edges to be a bit more angular, just so there was a bit more of a dynamic player space. So that's what I was working on, and I came up with the idea of just making these little plates on top, like I said. But yeah, today is working on the mountain that sits behind the two islands. This could take not much time at all, or it could take me all day. It just depends on how well the 3D goes, I suppose. It's quite a big player space, so I need to get it looking similar to this shape, which is not going to be easy to do because it is a mountain, and mountains are very dynamic and natural looking forms. So trying to break that down into this is going to be a bit tough, but I think I can get there in the end. I'm going to take a similar process to how I did the Sky Islands, where I'm going to essentially cut off the top half and make a little plate like I did here, just so it's a bit more controllable for me, and then I can work more on the artistic side of the mountain.
So it is Tuesday in the morning, bit of a short day enough for me today because I'm going to be going to the new office to do some painting with Rob later on. But yeah, still a few tasks to do in office this morning. So the first one was making the competition post live. So that's across all the platforms like usual. Got Steam, the website, a Discord, Twitter, And the main thing is tells you the rules and the suggestions for how to submit, and the actual link to the Google form as well. All you do is you fill in the name of your art, the accreditation name if you want one, and upload your PNG. And then you tick the box, press submit, and then we'll be selecting 20 winners as of the 14th of October. So from watching this video, if this is the first you're hearing the pixel art competition, you've got plenty of time to take part. All you do is create yourself some pixel art, following the rules that are on the website, and then just drop a submission. And if you draw better than everyone else, I guess we'll be picking you to put you in the game in the next community book. But other than that, what I'm doing now is getting ready for the rest of the anniversary updates. So we have the bonus book image that Jack created last week, the new birthday cake, and obviously with that needs to come the achievement. So I thought, since there's only one achievement, I'll quickly show you how I do them. So you can see here, this is a file that Rob has saved. It's sort of a template that we use for all the achievements, and normally doing this like 20 at a time for a whole book, but with this just being the bonus image, drop it in, add it as a layer, and it's just a case of finding a section of the image that you want to show as the achievement. Sometimes you need to resize it and whatnot, and it's just something I'm going to do for this one with it being so large. And I'm thinking with this image, what I'm going to be doing is focusing on showing just the number 4, because it is going to be the 4th birthday. So yes, to resize it to fit. It will lose a bit of its quality when you resize it, but that's fine because this is a 64 by 64 image anyway. It's already going to be quite small. Yeah, happy with that. Pretty straightforward. Drop it a crop, and then we save that as PNG, and that'll be the achievement. I might need to shuffle it along a bit just to make sure it's centered better, but yeah, as straightforward as that. And it's just a case of uploading it to Steam with the same achievement ID that's linked in the game. And yeah, straightforward as that. So I'll get that done and get that tested in time for tomorrow.
Hey everybody, it is 25 to 4 on the Tuesday. It's been a very productive day for me today. I've gotten quite a lot of stuff done, stuff that I really wanted to get done. So I actually managed to build in the mountainscape for the Sky Island. I did a little render of it, got all the textures done, did a little 5-point lighting system. Just to see how everything would look in a bit more of a cleaner fashion. I had to stop during lunch though, because I need Rob to import it into Unity before I go any further, in case we need to change the layout or anything, and they're currently painting the new office. So I'll be carrying on with this tomorrow, but the rest of this afternoon I have been working on this wooden sign right here. Really happy with how this has come out. It took me about an hour and a half to do. It didn't take that long to do. I did record a little time for you guys so you can see how I approached it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the style this came out, and this is pretty much the style I want to pursue in the future with all the other assets. But it's still similar enough to the rest that it'll be more. It will suit the rest of the assets. So yeah, really proud of this piece. And for the rest of the day, I think I'm going to do a Halloween image to wind down for 3D for a little while, because it's been a pretty hot and heavy day figuring things out.
Lee, it's Tuesday. Yeah, so me and Lee spent the afternoon in the new office painting. I've mainly been focusing on getting these dark stripes of green going. I think it's just a second coat on them, and I think by the looks of it, they look alright, so we might not need any more with that, which is good. Lee's been touching up some of the white. He's been painting the windowsills, which is really good. And he's basically been doing the stuff I can't reach because I'm short. But yeah, we're really getting there. We're thinking there's only really a couple more things that we need to get sorted before we can actually move in. The internet, obviously the big one. But yeah, other than that, I think it just needs a big tidy around. There's a couple of bits of paint that need tidying up. But other than that, I think we're pretty much there, really. It's looking really good.
It is Wednesday. It's getting on a bit already. It's 20 past 4. Spent the start of the day going over the anniversary post. Rob finished up all the prep for the Linux support, so that's under the new features and patch notes before it went live, and we've also gone ahead and put this on the Steam store page as well, just so everyone's aware that the new image is out and all of the nice messages that we're writing about what we've done this year. But yeah, for the rest of the day we're going on to hexceed, because I'm not here next week, I think I mentioned previously, so I want to be getting a head start on at least the store page side of it and everything else. So I went ahead and created a very, very quick plan. So I've got this thing here where we previously went over what we've been doing in each DLC. And yeah, I've made the start of that, so we're going to do 200 levels, which is the largest we've done, but each level is going to be small. just again, it should be the same amount of playtime, should be getting the same value for money. It's just about changing it up a bit and making the level feel a bit more unique. This isn't the layout for the world yet, this is just temporary. So I get the screenshots because I've gone ahead and done the first 5 worlds just to get, or first 5 levels just to get, again, to get some screenshots for that. I'll quickly show you here. I did find a couple of bugs that I've reported for Rob with the portal tile, and mostly they rely on, or they come down to the, if you had a switching tile or a rotating tile, it's mostly cosmetic. You see here, so you look, as the tile rotates, the purple wall's left behind. So that's something for Rob to fix. There's another issue with the switching tile that I'm sure they'll be able to do as well. But yeah, again, good to get that tested now before my week off, so Rob can at least get it done next week and not leave it too late.
Hey everyone, it is approaching the end of the day now, and I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on what I've been working on today. I've been jumping between a lot of 3D stuff, a lot of different assets. Primarily I've been getting feedback from Rob and Lee regarding the Sky Island scene. I've been making a few tweaks to that here and there. I've mainly been tweaking the top of the islands to better suit the blockout scene that Rob and Lee made, right here. Try and get it a bit more angular just so the player has a bit more room to move around. So this is the updated scene we have now. I can see here that this is the older version. You can see it's just a bit more angular, a bit more room for the player to run around in as well. It was a very good shout, and it looks a lot better. And apart from that, in between Rob kindly putting it in Unity for me, I've been doing some more assets for the game. So right here I've been working on the carrot, and I've been doing some more grass assets. Some tall grass and some small grass, just things that can be placed around the scene to add a bit more flavour to the island. But yeah, it's been a pretty busy day for me today, but we're getting towards the end now, and I think I'll be doing I think I'm going to tackle the bridge tomorrow, so that'll be fun to do.
Okay, so I've been working on WooLoop, basically trying to get this, well, the game feeling as good as I can. A lot of the issues we've been having are with these icons that we've got for the instructions, telling you what to do. Most of them are okay, but a few of them have been a bit problematic. So there's specifically one of them down here. So at this point, you're basically switching from a clockwise loop to an anti-clockwise loop, and just the visualization of getting this icon correct has just taken me basically all day. We got there though finally, and then obviously this next one isn't quite right either. I think the arrows are just the wrong way around, so hopefully that'll be an easy fix, but that's tomorrow's job now. But yeah, it is looking good. It's feeling a lot nicer with this new perspective. It's just, yeah, a lot more QAing and testing that needs to be done to make it feel really, really nice. Okay, so today I've been doing a lot of work on WooLoop, basically just trying to get this controlling scheme as good as possible. I did also spend some time on hexceed, so Lee found a couple of bugs with the new mechanic that we're adding yesterday, so I quickly fixed those. Thankfully they weren't too much of an issue, just mainly cosmetic stuff. But yeah, I've been working on getting this as nice as possible. Getting there, a lot of these icons are working really well. I've been changing some of the way that they've been laid out as well, so now this cross appears above the pins. Just little minor things like that really. There are still some bugs, so if you sort of like, sometimes if you sort of like scrub, there you go, into a pin, the whole thing can unwind, and that actually breaks it quite a lot. You can't really continue on after that. So I'm going to try and work on that now, and I've been making notes of other things as well that need fixing. So yeah, there's still a long way to go, but we're getting there, we're getting there.
It is 5 PM on Thursday, and it's been a very straightforward day for myself. All I've been doing all day is going through the new Flag 2 book. So we had 6 images already prepared, and I've managed to get another 6 done, which is quite good. So yeah, if you notice, we've got Europe twice. It's a bit smaller, and you also notice that the flags are a little bit different. This is 1914 Europe, so the Great War, World War I. It's quite a nice little change as well, a bit of historical flags as well, and also had a bit of a challenge with the Mexican flag because it's got quite a detailed central image. Hope I've done a good job, and yeah, you guys can be the judge of that when you play the game. But yeah, I've got a bit of they've been out just drawing over the images or correcting the images, so I've gone ahead and started putting them in the game as well, just so I can start testing now. So I've tested the aisles, and there's a couple of little changes to make, but all in all, it's pretty good. So yeah, quite a decent bit of progress for today, and we'll see how far I get before I clock out.
Hey everyone, it's been a very busy day for me. I've primarily been working on the Sky Island and the bridge asset. I did a few tweaks to Scan today. I tried to smoothing out a few of the edges on the surface, and I've updated the textures for the underground parts, is what you would call them, like the underneath terrain. It took me a lot better and a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But the majority of the day, I've been working on the bridge. The bridge has been a mighty monster to tackle, as you can see through all the iterations I've had to make. This bridge over here was the original one, but we eventually had to settle down for this bridge here. Because it needed to be a bit longer to cross the ravine on the Sky Island, as you can see. It's a pretty big ravine, and the smaller bridge wasn't really cutting it. So it took many iterations and a lot of testing, but we finally settled on this bridge. I'm quite happy with it. It kind of incorporates the best of both worlds. So I'm very happy, and tomorrow I get to texture it and get it looking all nice. Hey everybody, it's just gone, well, it's almost 9 on the Friday, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I'm going to try to achieve today. There's a few things that I want to get done. This is the bridge that I finished yesterday. Well, I say finished, the base model's pretty much done and it works in Unity, which is great. I've made a few tweaks to the planks, but today I want to add a few little details to the bridge. Now that it's all ready to go in Unity, I want to add a few notches into the wood, a few little cracks and dents, just to give the bridge a bit more charm, similar to how the stones have a few little cracks in the sides here. It just adds a bit more character. And after that, I'm going to texture it. And as for the rest of the day, I'm going to begin working on the stockpile asset, which is essentially a part in the game where building's going to take place. So it's pretty much just fences at the minute. The plan is, though, I'm going to build 2 versions of the fence, one that has a rope wrapped around it, one that doesn't, and then a single rope arch, just so that when we put it into Unity, we have a lot of control where we want to put the fences. And after that, if I get that done as well, I might just work on a smaller asset, such as the cabbage. So if I get all that done, then I'll be quite happy.
It is Friday, and it's just hit lunchtime. Most of the day I'm going to be spending on hexceed, just want to get a few levels done. I'm thinking of going over the tutorials. I've done levels 1, 2 and 3, which are tutorial levels, which you can see here kind of on the breakdown. Bit gibberish, but I have broken down what levels the tutorial should be at. So I think I'm going to start with those ones and then go on to just changing our levels. As well as that, this morning there was a couple of tasks on Discord, so also making the YouTube video live, and that's done today, but also letting everyone know that there's not going to be a vlog next Friday, because I'm not going to be here. But as well as that, I quickly had a look at the new original alternative for the giveaway bot, because obviously it broke last time with this. And this bot seems to work quite well. It's got some nice features where the actual countdown changes in real time, so you can kind of sit there and wait for it to end. And it seems pretty straightforward. So yeah, pretty happy with that. We'll give it a proper test when it comes to doing an actual giveaway, but for now, it looks like it's going to work.
Approaching the end of the day now, and it's been a really, really busy day for me today. I've got quite a lot done, so I'm quite happy. I started off by doing the stockpile asset here, which is essentially just a fence, really. It's a few assets that we can use to build on the scene. So I've built a pole, or a fence, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, a fence with a rope around it, one without, and I've built the rope asset separately, so if we ever need to make our own custom fences, we can just use these assets to build them. After that, from this morning up until about 3, I was carrying on with the bridge. I think I showed you yesterday, this is where I left it off. It's took a massive change since then, because the bridge really needed to increase in length, which I did show you. And I started texturing it this afternoon, which looks really good, and then we finally finished it. It was an absolute monster to tackle this one, but I'm really happy with how it came out. I was a little worried that I would lose some of the aesthetic when I had to stretch out the bridge, but honestly, I think it looks a bit better. I'm really happy with it. I did a quick render this afternoon as well, just so you can see it in full glory. I'm really happy with it. The colours really pop, and it's got that low poly aesthetic that I really wanted to pull off. And kind of winding down this afternoon, I thought I would do the wood item asset that your character will carry when gathering wood, or as used as a resource. I try to keep it as simple as possible, because it is going to be a small object. Definitely unlike the bridge that I made previous, but I'm really happy with how it came out. Again, in love with the colours. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the day. I think I'm going to wind down now. I'm going to make a flower, a low poly flower, just to go to build up the scene a bit.
Guys, this weekend
It's weekend.
Yeah, we've had a pretty busy week. We've been doing a lot of stuff, and it's been the anniversary week, so we've just been crazy. But Lee, what have you been up to?
Yeah, so he said beginning of the week a lot of anniversary stuff. So the bonus image went live, that needed the achievement made for it and tested. It's pretty straightforward to be honest though. As well as updating the patch notes section at the bottom of the big post, because you were still doing a little bit at the beginning of the week with Linux and whatnot for Clone Pixels. So all the anniversary posts have been sorted and ready, and they've been made out and made live. People seem to be loving their image, so well done Jack, and everyone's loving it, so that's good. As well as that, on Tuesday we went to the new office, done a bit of painting, so got a bit more of the dark stripes done, got the windowsills done, a bit of the skating boards and whatnot, just the finished touches, so to speak, of the painting. Hopefully moving in pretty soon, because it's getting there really, we say that for a long time, but we're getting there.
We're literally just waiting on the internet, it's quite frustrating.
Yeah, finishing up the week with both the DLCs for both games. So Clone Pixels made a lot of progress on the Flags 2 book, and Hexceed, I made a start on the DLC as well. That's behind me. Got the store print sent off, and that was made live today as well. So yeah, a bit of everything.
Loads of stuff. Jack, what have you been up to?
Lots of modelling. We tackled the two big objects this week, which was the bridge and the island. Got a lot of it done. Island's getting there, but the bridge, I'm literally about to finish in 5 minutes, and that's looking really good. And apart from that, I've been doing little assets in between, well, kindly testing them on Unity for me. I've done a carrot, some grass, a sign. That's it.
Doing like a stockpile.
And a stockpile. I did some fences, that's right, yeah. I did some fences. But apart from that, that's pretty much it. But I'm slowly getting there with the art, but that's just lots of back and forth between me and you. But I'll get there eventually.
yeah, we knew it was going to take a long time, so you've done a good job, to be fair. Yeah, as for me, like these two mentioned, I've just been helping them a lot with stuff, all of the games. But apart from that, I've been doing a lot of work on WooLoop. I haven't really got quite as far as I wanted to this week with it, honestly. But the game is feeling a lot better. It's feeling a lot nicer every day. So we just need a couple more weeks of that, and I think it'll be good. Other than that, Clone Pixels on Switch. So I submitted another build to LotCheck today. Nintendo pushed back with a couple of things. It was just a couple of minor things, but yeah, that's sent off again, so fingers crossed next week we'll get an approval from them. But yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
Yeah. Just in case, thanks for watching. Thanks for Patrons as always. Thanks to everyone in Discord. Discord's been pretty big this week. Done a little bit of work on that. Sent out the keys and stuff. Just had a bit of fun showing them the old games that we had. But yeah.
Cool. Woo!